Good morning, this is Devanshi Saran Goel from 9th E, roll number 15, showing my maths presentation on the topic navigation of a grid. Elements it contains are what is a grid, why is it useful, how many parts a grid can have from the bottom left cell to the top right cell, insight, converting pictures to text, solving using combinations and solving using permutations. Now for the first question is, what is a grid? A grid is a framework of special bars that are parallel to or cross each other to form a series of squares or rectangles. The following is a grid of 4 rows and 6 columns respectively. Each block of a grid is known as a cell. Now why a grid is useful? The fun part of the grid path puzzle is seeing how to look at a problem using a visual or text metaphor. The more math we learn, the more models we have, and we can convert problems into each other. Second, in math lingo, problems which can be converted to each other are isomorphic. Mathematically, they may be the same, but from a human perspective, one may be easier than the other, that are combinations or permutations. Now, how many parts a grid can have? Suppose we are in a 4 into 6 grid and want to go from the bottom left cell to the top right, avoiding backtracking. That is, you can only move up or right from the end to the starting. Insight, converting pictures to text. When we consider possible paths, we can use U and R for up and right, like 6 R's and 4 U's. That is, go all the way right 6 R's, then all the way up 4 U's. The path in the diagram would be 4 R's, 4 U's and 2 R's. Solving using combinations. Instead of having 6 rights at 4 ups, imagine we start with 10 rights that are 10 R's. We have 10 choices for the first right to convert and 9 for the second, 8 for the third and 7 choices for the final right to up. There are 10 into 9 into 8 into 7, that is 10 factorial divided by 6 factorial, which is equals to 5040 possibilities. But we need to remove the redundancies, as we have 4 factorial, that is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24 ways to rearrange the ups we picked. So we finally get 10 factorial divided by 6 factorial whole divided by 4 factorial. So it is 5040 divided by 24, which is 210 possibilities. The second method is by using permutations. Instead of interchanging variables, label the right moves from R1 to R6 and the up moves as U1 to U4. We can rearrange these 10 items in many ways, that are 10 factorial equals to 36,28,800. We have 10 choices for the first move, 9 for the second, and so on until we have 2 choices for the ninth and only 1 for the last. We start with the total number of possibilities. They were 36,28,800 and divide out with 6 factorial, which is 720, and 4 factorial, which is 24. That is 10 factorial divided by 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial, which is equals to 10 factorial divided by 6 factorial minus 4 factorial, which is again equals to 210. That was the same as the earlier answer. So we can use any method for getting the answer of how many parts a grid can have. Thank you for watching my presentation.